In a moment, I'm going to invite Ligia Noronha from UN Environment, the Director of Economics, and Fatima Al-Tabshi from the Ministry of Climate Change and the Environment in the UAE to make some closing remarks. But I think maybe I should just do 3 minutes, or maybe 4, on what it is that we've heard over the past couple of days. We've covered a distance. I have to say, for me, a lot of it, only half of it, is in the conference. A lot is meeting friends, meeting new people, sharing cards, hearing different stories, struggling with the timekeeping, those sorts of things. But we started, if you remember, with the Dubai Declaration, a step forward, a big step forward for the UAE. We talked about Islamic finance. We discussed decarbonization, investment in property. We talked about reporting for financial institutions and the investment in environmental assets. We talked about the link between what we're doing and policy. We talked about fintech. By the way, that's not the sort of fintech that allows a high-frequency trader to arbitrage between the New York and the London Stock Exchange. That's fintech that allows sustainable development to take place. We talked about the sustainable stock exchanges, and we finished our panel discussion with the future of sustainable finance. And then finally, our piece from Saker, which is, never forget what the purpose of the industry is. Of course it makes money, and of course there's lots of hows, but we are here for a purpose, for a sustainable planet, and here to change the world. And I'd like to thank you all for all that you do in helping bring that about. And at this point, if I could, I'd like to invite Fatima and Ligia to the stage.
Fatima. Ladies and gentlemen, after the fantastic speech you just heard from Saker, I feel very diffident to even be up here because I'd like you all to go home with that reverberating in your brains. So thank you very much for that, Saker. We've had 2 really interesting and exciting days, I think. We've had many inspiring speeches, we've had a lot of discussion, and I hope this is the beginning of some change, even more than we have already started putting in place. We've talked about so many things, but it seems to me that there is a pretty clear future that is emerging, a future which has been delineated in 2015 with all the agreements, in 2016 with Kigali. And there is a rising interest in supporting a different kind of a future. So the question then for us is, how do we get there? And I think that is what comes up in this context. What is the kind of order, strategy that we put in place? And it seems from the discussions that I've heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, Saker, there is both a normative part to it, but there's also a positive part to it. And the normative is all the discussions around ethical finance and responsible investments and all of that. And then there is a positive part to it, which is the discussions around decarbonizing, decoupling, as well as maybe de-risking. And so if we think going forward, this becomes really important for us to design and develop this order which will lead us to the future that we want. In this context, we heard the finance sector is so very important. Its purpose is to serve the economy. And it is a powerful vehicle of this change, not only because it serves, but it also because it can drive change, as we've been hearing in the last few days. There were 3 or 4 really key messages that came to me. One was the one that Rachel made this morning, understanding risks in order to understand the opportunities that we can have or we forego, because we can do that too. We also heard about technologies and the opportunities to embrace these technologies as part of a scaling up, but never forget that technologies come with their own risks, and the importance of understanding these risks, both from a sustainability and other aspects of the risks. We also heard and this is what SAC has been saying for the last 3 days, and thank you very much for that, the need to revisit the way we think of returns of investment and to understand this in a much more holistic way in order for us to be able to make the right choices that we have to do. To also, he didn't use this word, but to me it seemed like the pensioners are looking for a better quality of life, and so we need to address that as we go forward. There's so many messages, but these were the ones that are staying with me. So thank you very much for all of that. I would like to, thank all of the UNEP-FI members who are here. I'd like to thank all of the participants who are here, who have put in so much of engagement and enthusiasm in the proceedings of this conference. I hope you're taking home something with you. I would like to thank you very much for having been part of the conversation over the years, over the last 20 years of UNEP-FI. And those who have not been part of that conversation, I would invite you to be part of that conversation, because we cannot do this alone. The whole idea is to engage and to connect much better with all of you. So do join the meeting tomorrow. Open invitation, even though I'm not here tomorrow, but open invitation to all of you. Let me finally thank very, very, very much the Ministry of Environment and Climate and Environment of the United Arab Emirates for their stupendous, fantastic hospitality. It's been an amazing partnership with you, and we're really ever so grateful to the ministry, to Dr. Thani, to the government of the United Arab Emirates. Let me also thank our partners Iscaris for the carbon footprinting and the carbon offsetting that you've done, but also all the other partners that we've been seeing flashing across our screen right through the 2 days. Thank you. Thank you to the UNEP-FI Global Steering Committee members who are here today, to the chairman, to David, our former chairman, who has been very much part of the planning towards this. Thank you very much, David, for the comparing. But even more than the comparing, I'd like to thank you for all the past 2 years that you've been with us and you've helped us come to this day today. Thank you very much to the team that has put this together. Eric Usher, Ravina, Jida, and everybody else who's there. Thank you very much for this. And thank you to the hotel for great hospitality. I won't take up any more of your time. I still want you to have Saka's speech into you. So thank you and enjoy and safe travels back.
Ladies and it's okay here. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your active participation and heated discussion for the UNEP-FI Global Roundtable for the last 2 days. I hope you have not only have gained a new sights or knowledge of advising sustainable finance, but also building a new network with people from all around the world. It is a great pleasure to have you all here in United Arab Emirates, and I hope you have and enjoy a unique urban culture experience in Dubai. In the last 2 days, we start with announcing of the Dubai clarification of sustainable finance. 11 leading UAE financial institutions made a clear commitment to the advanced sustainable financing sustainability. And as well, this will make a great step toward and help the UAE green economy transaction possibility. We have pleased to hear the strong support from the global experts like you today and yesterday for this declaration, as well as we are enjoyed a lot for your contribution today and the last 2 days. As well, thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much for your coming here today, as well as the final, without the great support and the patience of our UNEP-FI colleagues, we are never able to achieve what we are done today without their great support for the last 2 years and their great pleasure for working with them closely. We are especially grateful to work with Mr. Eric, as well as to Yuka and Gida and also Ravina for the last 2 years. And thank you very much for all the team that were supporting us. As well as I'd also thank you very much for your participation in the Global Roundtable. Please have a pleasure trip back to your country and to your home also. There is still a few dinner events and side meetings tomorrow and tonight, sorry. And if you have to stay in Dubai longer, please enjoy your stay. And the ministry also will organize a free study tour to the Sharjah Wildlife tomorrow. And it will be afternoon, and the bus will be departing from the hotel at 1:45 p.m. We are interested in knowing if you are interested as well. The Sharjah Wildlife Center is a place that you can know a lot of animal living life and how they are supplying and how they are doing in the environment, the harsh environment as in the region. We are also pleasure to, if you like to enjoy and also to join us, and the registration will be in the reception. Thank you very much a lot for your participation again, and we are pleasure to meet you all again, inshallah. And we are all hope to see you again, and welcome and have a nice day. Thank you.